And I think it's a disgrace to our country. Disgrace to our country. It's a disgrace. This is a disgraceful situation. But it's a real disgrace. And he's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. And it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace to New York. A disgrace. You want to know the truth? It's a disgrace. That it's a witch hunt. Because I want to watch this witch hunt. Single greatest witch hunt of all time. I've been going through a witch hunt for years. This is a Biden witch hunt. This is a pure witch hunt for purposes of interfering with the elections of the United States of America. What it is election interference. And you don't get much worse than election interference. He's interfering with an election. This is election interference. Make sure they do a good job of election interference. This is called election interference, and worse than that, really much worse than that. They don't understand it. There's no crime, and there was no crime here at all. Over absolutely nothing. There's no crime. There's no crime. Even if he was guilty of something, there's no crime. There's no anything here. This is not a crime. They don't understand it. There's no crime. There is absolutely no case here. It's not a crime. So this is an outrage that this case was brought. Meaning it is no case. There is no case. There is no case. There is no case. And they call it a legal expense. Legal expense in the books. A legal expense. Called a payment to a lawyer. Payment, and they call it a legal expense. Call it a legal expense. I got indicted for that. They marked it down to a legal expense. This is what I got indicted over. Case is a ridiculous Trump indictment. It's missing fraud. There is no fraud. He's the fraud. This case is nonsense. This is a trial that is nonsense. It should have never been brought. This case is nonsense. It should never have been brought. It's ridiculous. This is political persecution. This is a persecution like never before. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. Nothing like this has never happened before. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. There's never been anything like it. This has never happened before. There's never been anything like this in the history of our country. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. Because you know what? It's a very unfair situation. It's very unfair. A trial that really is a very unfair trial. It's very unfair what's going on.
This is stupid. Vote Republican, vote Democrat, vote Independent. Just don't vote stupid. Paid for by an overworked, underpaid public school teacher from Florida who just couldn't take it anymore, and he approved this message.